Okay, out on Twitter. Out on Twitter. Let's see. Let's see if we get anyone in here on a Friday. Because I'll just hang out. I'll hang out with all my friends in here. I'll hang out with a little help from my friends. Let's get that open. Shredder! How's it going, man? Your first alert? First alert and first in chat. Okay, let's get everything up here. Oh, so how was your day in the market, man? Oh, GameStop pulling back a little bit after hours. GameStop pulling back quite a bit after hours. I mean, look at that downward. That's crazy. Pretty good, no complaints. My calls are getting there and starting to print. Yeah, I've got rather an interesting situation going on right now. Usually, hey Paul, welcome to live stream. Oh my God, that was man. GameStop had an awesome day today. You know, during regular market hours, I had a gap down and run up. Good evening, extra hours tonight. Extra hours. Extra hours on the live stream? So yeah, I've got a rather interesting thing going on right now. As y'all know, I had covered calls on Ford for the, what was it, $16.50 strike price. Well, if you look, Ford closed out over $16.50. And so, as you can tell by the title, I am waiting to see if the guy on the other side of the trade decides to exercise. Usually by now my covered calls would have already been exercised. And so, you know, the 100 shares would have gone away, and at that strike price, $1,650 to be deposited in my account. And I am waiting, and it still has not processed. It is possible the guy on the other side of the trade decided not to exercise, which for me it'd be, it'd be awesome. I get the premium and I get to keep my shares even after they closed in the money. Now there's still time left for settlement for a buyer to for them to come through, but usually it should have gone by now. So I don't know if anyone else who's played options before has run into this to where they should have been exercised, because the important thing to remember is, as a buyer, you have the right but not the obligation. As a seller, you have the obligation. If that person hits the exercise button, you get exercised on. Your shares are called away, or in the case of a cash secured put, your money goes away and you get the shares. So yeah, at this point, the guy on the other side of the trade has not executed yet. So it may be that I keep the premium and I keep my shares, which is great, because looking at the run up on Ford, this continues into next week. Well, next week I can sell another set of covered calls at 17 or 17.50, and let's look at those options right now. Yeah, so Shredder, that is a great deal. That's part of options trading. That's Just because it's in the money doesn't mean it's always going to be assigned. You know, if you're playing the selling side of the house like I do, just because it ends in the money, it is not guaranteed. The other person could not have enough money to buy the shares. If they decide not to exercise or don't have auto exercising turned on through their brokerage, then it's in limbo. The contract expires. They don't respond within I think it's 90 minutes after close of market. Now I think they can react within there, but it hasn't been processed yet. So I may be in the processing, but usually anything I've ever had has been processed by now. So it may be looking like I get a free pass for next week. So I can turn right around and decide if I want $17 covered calls for $33 premium or $17.50 for $14 premium. So yeah, it's I'm waiting. I keep refreshing. I keep expecting to see it get executed, but this might be one of those situations where I get a pass on it and keep the premium and the shares. Which essentially it's treated just like closing out of the money. What? Nobody's hit the like button yet? Nobody likes me? Why do I keep clicking on those in the wrong order? Okay, inflation everywhere except your cell phone bill. Yeah, I'm not. Sure it won't affect my YouTube videos. Let me go in. Okay, counting me, we're up to 3 likes. Yeah, it's funny. I've not even gone into YouTube lately and looked at where I'm at for my hour count. Going towards the 4,000 hours. I haven't even pulled that up yet. I haven't pulled it up in quite a while to look at, and I'm just having so much fun hanging out with everyone. If you do what you like, you'll never work a day in your life. Okay, hit also. Oh, speaking of, yeah, I'm gonna go through Paul's. I think I missed a video or missed something on yours. Where do we got? Paul Wright-Lawns, there we go. Oh yeah, you posted about the Prius. I didn't see that. Oh, wife gave me a like as well. There we go. Yeah, I knew I saw one on Paul's. Going through safety and lawn care. Come on, load the video. Oh, hey, I'm the first like on that one. Yeah, tell the wife I appreciate the like on the live stream. Yeah, but kind of a chill evening, waiting to see who all pops in. AMC, as I stated, I took out covered calls at 17 for next week. I've already got those in place. She is checking up on us. Oh, okay. I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm on here every day the market's open. I got nothing to hide. So yeah, it's so at present I've got the $17 covered calls on AMC, and I also have $1.50 covered calls on PROG. And with PROG pulling back to $1.45, that might be an easy $10 premium I collected right there, which was the whole goal behind it. I didn't see PROG holding 150 going into next week, so potentially that was an easy $10. And at that point, the shares I have, uh, that block of shares, all I would need is 1 cent per share more, and I would already achieve a break even on that. So as long as it doesn't get assigned, I can do another covered call the following week, and be ahead, be playing with profit at that point. So question, I am looking, yeah, I'm looking for Shredder's page right now. There we go, Shredder, go to channel, oh, there we go. Shredder now has 2 subscribers, because that's how we roll. Turn on notification bell, there we go. Yeah, you do. You've got you've got one, Shredder. Whenever you create an account and go on YouTube, you pretty much have a YouTube account. Even if you never upload a video, or because it says no videos. Let me go in and look at your content here. Go to channel. I can see your playlist you created. Rap, country, oldies but goodies. Usually it's oldies but goldies. 80s, rock and roll, concert. Yeah, that's what, as Paul said, it shows you having playlist. We can see that. We can see what you do. We're all watching you. Yeah, Shredder thinks we're joking. We are not joking. We're not messing with you, man. There it is. There's all your playlist. Big Brother YouTube, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm not sure. I think Riptide said he had options expiring today, covered calls that he sold. Yeah, sure. I don't know how it's out there. All I know is I saw Paul say something about subscribing, so I ran over and subscribed. So I guess you have to start your own channel now. But yeah, I know Riptide had covered calls. I don't know if they were expiring today. I know he's got some for April. But interesting to see how he did on the day. I wouldn't come out and be like, hey, what options are you playing? What options are you? But he's come in here and stated before that he's playing options. No, it just says just has your handle. Just says Shredder on there that I see. What do we look at? Oh, AMC. So yeah, 17 is the new 16 on AMC covered calls. I might do some, depending upon how we look at market open on Monday, I might do some further out of the money, just to create a little bit extra revenue. Reach that next 100 share count on, on Ford or on AMC sooner. Mullen pulled back, finished under $3. We looked at GameStop already, looked at Ford. Yeah, PROG, a little bit of a pullback. Sorry to say, I have to have my wife figure out how to make that disappear. She's good at that. Yeah, that's the thing. If you don't want it out there, well, if there's a way, there might be a way you can set it to private, but I don't know how that affects anything else on there. And still looking. God, am I going to be free and clear? Am I getting my shares back and not having to sell them? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what actually comes or doesn't come of that. I was so caught up in that I didn't even bother looking to see how the rest of the market went. Some things went down after market. Man, I had a question to ask about an option. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, no problem. Stellus dropped, Global Water Resources dropped, Gladstone Capital dropped, ExxonMobil, Edison, Iron Mountain, Arbor, Energy Transfer dropped a bit. Goldfield dropped down. Bristol Myers had a little pop up there. Hey, Pika. We got Pika Power in the house. God. But Ford, though, oh my God. That was an insane run up. Just a nice, steady 60-cent run for the most part. A little bit of a pullback at these two zones, which might have just been day traders. Day traders going in, capturing profits, figuring that's enough. They might have seen it start to roll over and were worried about a late day, a plunge going into power hour. That's always a possibility. So, Pika, how was your day in the market? DJ. Did I miss somebody? Or are you saying like DJ Shredder? Oh, DJ Pika Power. I got it, yeah. Yeah, I was a little slow there. Shredder must be typing a lot, because still waiting on that question to pop in. This is going to be like when Devil's Advocate does like a 4-part question or 4-part comment. Crypto's doing good, still red on AMC. Yeah, let's pop over and have a look at crypto. I don't want to look early. Yeah, so much glorious green right there. Okay, here we go. Let's go over options, AMC options for the 1st of April 1st. Okay, 14 days out. Be nice to see your screen blown up bigger. See which screen? because that's pretty much as large as I can make the screen. Okay, well, we already know we're on April 1st. $16, got it. April 1st, $16 strike price, okay. Now, are we on calls or puts? That's, I'm assuming we're going to be on calls here. Because if we're on puts, you're actually on the wrong side already. Well, not necessarily, but... Okay, on the left under 16, 17 is break even. I'm looking... Wait a minute. Let me scroll over. Well, break even right now says 1710 on it, all the way to the right. Is this what you're talking about? Okay. Okay, alright. I won't be able to do it on the screen, but I can pop in and see what you're looking at here. Let me get in here. AMC trade options, April 1st. Is it 1601 right now? Okay, yeah, so it says $16 call, and break even is 17. Mine says 1710 because mine's showing $110 premium that you would have to pay on that. So. All right, for what? 1,000? Because 1710, that'd be, it's still only dealing, every contract just deals with 100 shares. So 1710, if you bought call options for the $16 strike price, ending on April 1st, you'd pay $110 premium. So when you're looking at your break even, when you're buying calls, you always add your strike price and your premium because you're paying that premium. So that's money that's gone away. So in order to break even, it would have to run up to that price because that's a price of buying 100 shares at that price and paying the premium on it. Yeah, so well, let's see if you scroll lower, can you buy any of those? Well, see, yeah, so essentially you can buy any of these options, but see, the further in the money your option is, the more you have to pay in premium. That's why if you scroll down, you get down around the $12 strike price, you're looking at almost $400 of premium you have to pay. And now that does lower your break even to $15.95, but you got to remember, you're going to be losing premium to Theta. So, If it ran up immediately, that would be a good thing. You would still need the share price at that, but the fact is you're starting from a higher share price, and if I click on those, so your theta on those, you'd be losing almost $2 a day to theta, and that would ramp up as you got closer. So yeah, you could buy those calls, but the thing is, you're going to be paying a lot in premium, and as you get closer, that's going to ramp up. And if it's still holding at the break even at that time, yeah, you'd be able to buy those at that, but you're paying you're paying you're still going to pay the $1,200 for 12 shares, but you've already paid that premium, so that price will be added in. Scroll all the way to the bottom. So yeah, I see $5 calls. You'd be paying $1,085 in premium in order to enter those contracts. You'd be losing initially. You'd be losing $1 a day. But the issue is, if the share price of AMC drops by $1, you're going to lose almost $100 instantly because your delta is so close to 1 right there. Literally, it would work like for every dollar it dropped, you'd be losing at least $100. That's just for the first dollar. Second dollar, you'd add in a third of a dollar for gamma. So you could do that, but it's not economical. And like I said, the closer you get to expiration, the theta is going to ramp up more, and it's going to start taking more and more profits away. Let me see if I still got option strat cat. Now the strike price is what, $6, and seeing the stock is 16. Let me go in. We are going to do a call. We want April 1st, and you are looking at buying how low can I go with this? So 5 is the lowest that I could go. So there's a thing out there called option strat calculator, or option strat. Yeah, but so if you're ever wondering about a specific trade, there is a thing called option strat. It is an app for the phone, and you can go in and put in the exact trade that you want. So here you can see, I'm not sure how well you'd be able to see it, but if the price remains the same, you would run down that center line, and what does it have the price listed at right now? If the price remained the same on the first day, you'd be losing the whole way. You would actually have to get up over 16 to be able to see any kind of profit on that, and it would continuously, if it started to move down, you would be losing out huge. If it ran up, you'd be making tons of money. Well, see, they build them out. They could have it built out for spreads, or just because, see, AMC, they may be building them out that far just because where the price target from some of the analysts are, from where they say the price should be. So that's why they build them out that low. You can even, on the other side, we'll go ahead and bring up all strikes. So if we're looking at, now, important thing to see here, these are weeklies. These are not monthly options. If we look, the highest share price of option they have for AMC is $40. That's the highest strike price they have right now. If you go down, it goes up, down to $5. That's the lowest they have. If you go to a monthly, we're going to take the April monthly. If you see, they've got the monthlies built out further because more people, there are people who don't play the weeklies, they only play the monthlies. So they don't have them, the option chain has to be built out for there to be strike prices. So if there's no interest at a certain level, they don't build it. But if Wall Street, if all the people on the TV, the financial analysis people, if they say AMC is only valued at $5, well, they're going to build an option chain down to $5. Because you got to remember, not only are you having calls, there are also puts that are built for it. So there are people out there that have, they could have puts going down that low, or they build it out for what they feel is acceptable for the market. Yeah, that's because when we were hanging out in the 30s, the monthlies, those were built out to $145 strike prices, and you look at the monthlies would be built to like $145. The weeklies are built out to $85. It just the option chain gets built based upon interest. How much interest is there in the market? If they're if they look and see, okay, nobody's buying $40 calls on AMC anymore, they would just keep they would keep lowering. They'd keep bringing the ceiling down on the highest options if no one was buying them. I think if AMC goes to $6, all the retail people jump out of the play. Yeah, that's $6 would definitely shake everyone and see how far it would go. Pika asking if we are green today. I can most assuredly tell you I'm green. Oh. Oh, Pika, thank you for sharing the live stream, for retweeting it out. I just got notification on that. Well, on AMC I'm not green, but what did AMC do today? Yeah, I still have not got assignment on those. I still have my shares, and yeah, I'm actually up for regular market hours and aftermarket combined. I am up almost 6% on the day across my portfolio. Options that are strike at 17 now. Break even could be $18. Yet the stock is 16, different from the revised at the bottom, because you always have to so on the screen here, if you notice the premium, well, let's go to, for calls, as you get lower and further into the money, the premium gets higher. Hey Clay, welcome to the live stream. First time that I've seen Clay in here. Let us click on that button. My average is 1707, bought in late. Yeah, so Shredder, one thing you'll notice is basically a call and a put are the inverse of each other. As you look with your calls, as you get lower and further in the money, your premium gets higher. Puts work the exact opposite, because in the money is above the current price. As you get higher, your premium goes up. So with that, that is where if you're playing an Iron Condor, and I'll actually bring that up to show you. This is a little bit more advanced of a strategy, but we'll pull it up just so you can get a reference on it. So we want the Iron Condor. So we are currently at 1588. So we want in between 1550 and 16. So whenever you're playing with any kind of four-leg spread, you always want to center as best as you can to get the best representation of what's going on with it. So looking at the share price, you would want your center two prices to be bracketing your 1580. So we click on that, we bring it up. So this is the buying side of the house. If you are buying an Iron Condor, you think it's going to fall outside of the price. You don't think the price is going to stay the same. As we've established, I am a seller of options. So we're going to flip over to the sell side. So with this strategy, this is how, as you get further away from the strike price with puts going downward, the premiums get lower. As you do it with calls going upward, the premiums get lower. So essentially what you're doing is on the high side, because remember, calls are to the high side. You want the price to go up on calls. On puts, you want the price to go down. Well, when you're playing a bracket, you play your calls to the high side, which means you sell a call closer because you want to collect higher premium. So you have your closer price for selling your call, and you buy your call further away. That way you're paying less premium. And that's a way to protect yourself against the prices moving too far. Because if it moves out and moves into this zone, well, you've already limited your loss at $50 on the outside. Same thing with your puts. You want to sell your put closer to the current. Hey Josh, how's it going, man? Welcome to the live stream. So you want to sell your put closer to the current price. By selling those, you collect a higher premium than the puts that you're buying to offer yourself that low side protection. Yeah, the real Claybro is here. He popped in to say hi to everyone. That's where I mind at. It's not worth buying an expensive premium at the bottom when the yeah, and see that's we don't talk about share counts or anything like that, but going after high premiums, waiting for runs. Yeah, if you get lucky, if you buy into the right stock and it runs, you're going to be making tons of money. Well, this isn't, the spread here is not built for puts. This is actually built towards a stock staying relatively neutral. As long as it stays between, hey, let's drop this down to one contract just so we're not looking at huge numbers here. So as long as it stays between $15.50 and $16, you get your maximum amount of profit. And the profit is the differential between your strike prices. If you notice, no matter where I move, it's always $39 of profit. That's because you're taking the premium you receive for your call spread and the premium you receive for your put spread. You're getting both those premiums at once. So no matter where, as long as you stay in here, you're collecting maximum profit. Does anyone else have questions too? And I am looking, and I still no assignment. I'm waiting to see in 7 minutes. We click over. It'll be 1800 my time. I'm just wondering if these will ever get exercised, or if I got a freebie on them. Which I like freebies. So yeah, Shredder has a really good question. Does anyone else have a question in the chat? Like I said, yeah, it's certainly good to see Pika feeling better. That's like Like to see everyone feeling better. No, you actually can't time out Claybro because Claybro's a mod on this channel now. I gave him a wrench. Let's see. Yeah, but essentially all that is this is the Iron Condor. When you're selling it, you're basically selling a bull put spread and a bear call spread at the same time. It's just you're executing two different spread contracts using calls and puts, and you can even go in. Let me jump over. Let me find it. Where am I looking? Oh, there it is. You do a regular Condor, and a regular Condor, same thing, buying a call, selling a call, selling a put, buying a put. They are essentially the same. Now you can go in and which one is it? Oh, there is your butterfly. Wait. There we go. Inagata Davida. We want the iron butterfly. So you can see there are different ways. Yeah, Clay's got a permanent wrench. If you tighten it up, you'll remember, the tighter your spread, the more profit potential for it staying neutral. So instead of the call and put being separated, you're selling your call and your put, the selling portion, both happen at the same strike price. And you still have your call, the call that you bought on the high side and the put that you bought on the high side. So as you see, the previous strategy had a $39 premium. This one, if it stays in the center, the premium's worth $42. So you get more premium, but as you notice, as soon as you move out, your premium starts to decay. I'm a bit wiser for asking an awkward question after finding out you're famous. I choose the long calls for the low unlimited potential. Well, let's, oh wait. AMC options. Let's go to single. We want calls only. Because most people, most investors choose just to play straight up calls. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So when you look at it, a lot of it comes down to buy calls and give yourself enough time to be right. The people who buy calls that expire in 2 or 3 days, they're throwing a lot of money away to theta. So yeah, if you're looking to get some calls, and AMC's up on here, so we're of course going to use AMC because we all know and love it. So if you think the MOAS is going to happen, say, in the next month, well, let's go out and see. Let's take a month and a half, roughly, and see what kind of premiums we're looking at. So yeah, with these $16 calls, these are 42 days out, so we're looking, about a month and a half. $200 premium is what you're going to pay based on, the last that came through was 201, the mid's 200, so I always go off the mid. It's just an easier number to look at rather than battling between the bid and ask. And if you look at your delta, well, on a dollar movement, it's going to gain $56 worth of value. At $1 movement, the new delta will turn into $63, so that'd be your next dollar movement. Your theta, you're losing about $2.50 a day. That's your loss just to time. So, giving yourself time to be right, well, if AMC, captures $17, $18 in say the next week, well, you're only, week being 5 days in the market, you're only going to lose maybe about $13 to theta, but you're going to be gaining $109, right about $110 to that premium value. So essentially, if everything else stayed the same, but it ran up $2 in price in the next 2 weeks, or next week or two, you would end up gaining, you'd probably be gaining about 50 to 60%, depending on how long it took to run up. And there's nothing, like I said, no one has ever lost money taking profits. And of course, the further away from the money you get, the cheaper they become. Now, oh wait, we want all strikes. Oh, that is all the strikes. See, these aren't really built out at all. Let's go to the May monthlies. See, now they go out to $60. Now this is the easy discount right here. So if you look at it, the midpoint for both these are exactly the same. So why would you spend $16 for a 60 strike price when you get $16 for a 55 strike price? Now granted, looking at the delta, got to remember, the further away you get from the money, the less delta is going to affect you. You guys totally made me feel like some type of way. I don't know how to feel proud. Thank you. Yeah, Shred it. Everyone in here is awesome. If you're in this live stream, you're awesome. If you're on Claybro's live stream, you're awesome. So as you can see, the further out you get, the more your theta your delta decreases. That's also why, in the market, as prices go, you start to see parabolic arcs take off, because as you actually get, the further away you are, the lower impact it has. But as you get closer, it ramps up. Same thing with your theta. The further away you are from expiration, the less theta affects you. As you get closer, it ramps up. Everything the closer you are to the money and the closer you are to the date, that's where everything gets accelerated. Everything becomes a lot more exciting. And that a lot of people get lost in the excitement. They see everything moving and they're like, yep, I'm going to cash out, I'm going to get rich off this. And all it takes is, there's a reason why they call sideways days theta burn, because literally your profits are just slowly drifting away. Oh, we don't want all. Go back, drop them back down to 20. Like 20 gives me a nice little tight look. Shred it. A lot of it is, it's your personal preference. I shouldn't say no two people, but it's very rare for two people who know each other to have the exact same trading style, to follow the exact same trading plan. I like to, a lot of people like to buy calls, buy puts. Well, I like to sell, collect premium. I'm just a different type of trader. Okay, let's see. Here's another crazy question. Does delta and theta roll like decimal points to $1? The higher it goes, the more you lose. And why thought striking rich should be that? I don't know if that's so yeah, when you're looking on here, and I know Robinhood is fairly similar on it. When you're looking at it, everything is per share. When you're looking at any of these numbers, it is per share. Your delta, each share will gain 52 cents of value. That's why, 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 52 cents of value. That's why we refer to dollars, like when you collect 0.76 premium or pay 0.76, you're paying $76 a premium because everything is running off of 100 shares. So when you look at your theta, of course, your theta, these are going to lose $6 and roughly $6.43 per day. So yeah, whenever you see the decimal points, any option stuff is dealing with 100 blocks. So when you see that, just remember that you're looking at 100 times that, because for each share. And why I thought striking rich should be that last. I'm not sure if it wouldn't let you type everything. But yeah, Shredder, you place a bet to hit before expiration. See, on the buying side of the house, that's the way it works. You place it to where if you get gains, if it starts to run up, you can either capture profit or you want it to get above your strike price. So yeah, you would place your option so if you think next week AMC is going to close above 1650, well, you could play the 1650 calls on at $56 a premium. Well, all your delta tells you if the share price moves $1, how much the value. Because remember, up until expiration, when you choose assignment, if you choose to exercise or you let it expire, for the most part, the strike price only matters for if your call is in the money or not. The value, what you pay, what I receive, the value that I receive, you pay me $76 for this. You want to buy a call contract, I'm selling a covered call. It helps to be able to look at it and know, well, if this goes up by $1, if the share price goes up by $1, this is kind of what the premium, what this value will change to. And yeah, it's just, if you run through and you know exactly what strike price you want by what day, you could go through and you can look at the delta and the theta and the gamma. You could go through, if you were a serious math nerd, calculate it all out and figure, if you were looking to capture 75% profit. And I've actually done this before on here with AMC. I showed exactly how my trade was represented by lines. And I went through and calculated, and for me to capture, I think it was 70 or 75% profit, I had it marked on the screen. If the share price drops to this level, and I used the Greeks, the delta, gamma, theta, I used those to calculate it out. So I already knew if it drops down to 16.14 a share, or 15, whatever price it was at, if it drops down to this price, I will sell because I'll have at least 75% profit at that point. I went through and calculated it all out. I knew exactly how I wanted the trade to go. And that's the thing behind the Greeks, is you can get a feel for what you're looking for. Potentially if you see a run up, if you know the level you're looking at to capture the profit you want for early closing, not riding to expiration, we're referring to taking profits. If you go through, you can calculate it out, and you can actually figure exactly where you want to get out. Exactly where you want to set up. Just like you can set stop losses, you can set it to where if it runs up to a certain point, you can have it to where it automatically execute and capture profit for you. And that's the whole thing by the Greeks, is being able, because all that this right here is a representation of all the Greeks. Your volatility, how much time is left, where the share price, how much does the share price have to move to get to share price has to move to get to the strike price. That is all represented in the Greeks. That is just the mathematical formula that gives you the premium. And it is a lot to take in. And I don't use all the Greeks because there are. Oh, I'm still waiting to sell. Well, see, the thing is, I sold a covered call. If the other person, if it doesn't do an auto execute or auto exercise, or the person manually hit exercised, then I've already collected the premium for selling. If they don't choose to exercise and call those shares away, I keep the shares. So So yeah, if those don't go through, I keep my shares and I open another covered call on Monday. That is the ultimate win-win right there. It's essentially the same thing as if they don't exercise, you might as well just consider it as it not being in the money because the person decided not to take it. I tried to get at least $1 back and it got stolen worthless. Yeah, a lot of that comes down to is there volume? Are there people actually out there trying to are there people bidding and asking? So you got the open interest. These are the actual contracts that are open. On the other side, in fact, let me check on Robinhood. AMC 1602. Couldn't do it during regular market hours. So if you go in on Robinhood, I'm assuming you're on a phone also. We'll use those 16s on April 1st. Going in, you can actually look. So currently on the $16 calls on April 1st for AMC, there are currently 4 people with bids at $1.06 and 2 people with ask at $1.13. So right now it would be hard to get a fill on those because there aren't people. There has to be a buyer and a seller. You can put the price out there if you're looking to buy. But if there's no sellers willing to sell, your contract's not going to fill. And when a lot of those contracts hit $1, and you can't get rid of it, that just means there's no one willing to take it off your hands because they know that the trade is no longer good at that point. That is why stop losses are important to lay out. Even when you're buying, if you're looking to preserve capital, figure how much you're waiting or how much you're willing to risk for that position. If it starts going wrong on you, say you entered, you thought next week we're going to run up to like $18, so you decide, oh well, $44, that's a good price. I'm going to buy calls at $17. There is the chance that it doesn't go up and theta is going to kick in. It trades sideways, so you might want to set a stop loss. You're willing to lose maybe you want to preserve $25 of that. You're like, man, I'd be happy just keeping $25. Well, you would go in and you would set an order to close that out at $25. So if it ever dropped down and lost value, it would trigger to close that to preserve your capital. Yeah, it'll show $1 for the longest time, but at expiration, that dollar turns into a 0. Normally, the higher the strike and break even, the cheaper it is. Yeah, stop loss. I did not do that. Yeah, that is the only time I don't set a stop loss is when I'm okay leaving that position. Like I said, I've got 100 shares of AMC that I want to flip into Ford. I'm basically looking for an AMC covered call to get executed on, to get exercised, have those shares get called away, take that money and add it to the wheel strategy that I'm running on Ford to create more shares for AMC. So out of all my covered call positions on AMC, there's one that I leave without a stop loss. Running the wheel on Ford, I don't put a stop loss on those because the whole point of the wheel is for your shares to get called away and to flip them back into your covered calls. After you get the money, you turn that into a cash secured put. If it's the whole reason I'm starting with Ford is I kept having AMC covered calls that were threatening to call my shares away when I didn't want it. So I would set a stop loss. We would get a run up. It would trigger my stop loss, and then the share price would turn around and drop down. Well, my stop loss was triggered, and it dropped back down. I was never in threat of being assigned, but because it hit my stop loss, it went ahead and it exited the position for me because I told it to. So I was like, there's got to be another way to play without losing my AMC shares. So I was like, okay, well, I've got plenty of AMC shares. I can shave 100 off temporarily, move them over to Ford, and have Ford start working as a battery for me. So Ford is sitting there gaining more and more money for me to turn around and buy AMC shares. It's a two stock battery type deal where one stock is the recipient of shares and capital, and the other one is the generator of the capital. And for me, Ford is generating capital to put into AMC. Now, realistically, outside of a short squeeze stock, if you're doing this with regular stocks, there's no point in having a battery. The thing is, AMC, you want to buy and hold. You don't want your shares turning over. You're not day trading. You're not doing anything. You're buying and holding. Well, there is always that risk of assignment when you're playing covered calls. Even early assignment at times. If somebody sees enough profit, they may exercise on you and take your shares away. So stop losses help with that. But if you could find a way to not even play on that stock, well, as we said, as it was discussed during my midday, me selling 100 shares of AMC is a raindrop in the ocean. Me selling just 100 shares that I plan on putting back later, it is not going to prevent the MOAS. But the fact that I'm moving it away into a generator that's going to create more shares, that's just a way for me to create my own revenue, increase my share count, but not risk any more AMC. Frank, when you unlock the super chat feature, will you act out the stickers? Well, I don't know, Pika. We're gonna have to, we got to get up to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watched content to find that out. But there's a strong possibility that I might do stickers. Strong possibility. Man, if I only knew then what I learned recently, I would have played. I'm guessing you're saying puts and not outs too. Yeah, if I would have known what was going on with the thing is, we did not know how long the downward turn in the market, how long the bear market was going to run. But yeah, I would have totally been playing puts on the way down. I would have been making, I don't know if anyone in here knows this, but on Clay's channel, I might kind of be considered the options expert on the channel, and if you've hung out in here a while, you might kind of catch on that I know a little bit about these. What goes up must come down. It's a dirty game out there. Yeah, but what comes down, stands a good chance of bouncing back and going up. That's why it's called a bounce. Once it reaches that floor and people say that's enough, it bounces and goes back up. Oh, Pika just flooding it there. Oh, let me have a look here. That's your thing. You're leading the way, man. Keep up the. Yeah, that's I do it for everyone in the community. There's anyone can come in here and start asking options questions. I've had people open up their, if they happen to have the Robinhood, because that's what I use for options trading, just because I do some weird things with options at times. But if people have Robinhood, I'll open up and walk through and show them, okay, this is what you're looking at, this is how you would do that. I do one-on-one teaching if I'm here, and it's easier in aftermarket hours because the option chain does not move. That makes it really, really easy to teach people. having a look here. Well, in 41 minutes, I will know, because I think the latest they can exercise and call away would be 8 o'clock Eastern. Well, we are 41 minutes away from that, so yeah, I might be keeping my shares for Ford. They may not be getting called away. Oh, what do we got here? Hey, Crypto Rocketeer. Crypto Rocketeer, I think you've been in here before. Let's y'all know what's going on here. Crypto Rocketeer, welcome to the live stream, man. We're having a nice little aftermarket powwow here on a Friday. Oh, okay. Can make out like a bandit. So, Crypto, how's it going, man? Have you been in here before? I can't remember. If you have, it's been quite a while. In fact, you missed it. Claybro was in here just a bit ago. I'm glad I didn't fry your brain and overwhelm you with all my mess earlier, but I wouldn't make the same mistake twice because you took the time on me. Your knowledge you passed on. Yeah, dude, that's... How many times on Claybro's live stream do we hear, people talking about the options that aren't going right? And they don't understand. The thing is, it's okay for... Well, it's not okay, but it's understandable if options don't go right for you and you know what happened. But the people are like, yeah, I've entered this play before and I never seem to make money off it. Well, what are you expecting from it? What is your play? Are you looking to capture profits? Are you looking to, are you looking for in the money and exercise at expiration? Or are you, what's your end game? That's an important part of it. And yeah, it's even even no matter how you try to ask and stuff, we'll sit here and if you've got a question, even if it takes like an hour for us to figure it out, we'll get it figured out. We'll get you the information to the best of the ability and set you up for success. Because I want anyone who comes in here, anyone in the community, I want them to be able to make money. If they're going to play options, I want them to be able to make money. I want them to be successful. I'm not going to sit here and hold stuff back and be like, yeah, well, this is my secret strategy. Since day one, I have, with the positions and with the strategies, I've been totally open on how I act, how I do my strategies, and it's not for everyone. And that's the easiest thing to understand is my strategy may not be for everyone. You may, you'll probably play options different than I do, but I'm not going to hold any information back. There's going to be no secret strategy that I don't let the rest of the world know. And my strategy is constantly evolving because it just started off with covered calls, and I'm like, man, I'm getting my butt kicked on the low side. Well, what can I do on the low side? And then I'm like, oh, okay, the bull put spread. So I can run a covered call on top, take premium, run a bull put spread underneath with collateral, make premium two different ways, and then combine that. and kept running that. And I was running into problems with my stop losses triggering, and my bull puts getting getting blown right through, and triggering stop losses, or just getting completely worthless. I'm like, okay, well, what's the next step? What can I do to prevent this from happening? Okay, well, let me get a second stock that I can use as an analog. And I was already in Ford, so that I was in Ford. I knew how their options went. I know how it likes to trade. So it's like, okay, well, Ford is a perfect analog. If you look, I'm not sure if it was last week or the week before, we were talking that Ford and AMC were great analogs because they were only $1 different in price. Well, they end up going to $1.70 and then $2. The differential expanded. Well, if you look, they're right back about $1 apart now. So that thesis is still kind of holding up. That it has a potential for being an analog. So once I get past the wash, if I ever have if those 100 shares of AMC get called away, once I'm past that wash, I can start bouncing between the two. Play AMC safer. It gives me a wider margin, and then keep running. I can actually use the revenue I'm getting from Ford to do cash secured puts undercutting AMC. So I'm getting premium and I'm averaging down. Between us, what my strategy is. It's the other options out there. Get it? Options? Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get the dad joke. Crypto Rocketeer dabbing on him as always. To quote a certain bro we know. Yeah, so Crypto Rocketeer. I don't know if you noticed in on Claybro stream, I'd mentioned that my Ford covered calls ended up closing out the day in the money. It is actually looking like the other party may not exercise. That's a part of the conversation we've been having. And if you notice the title for the video, The Waiting Game and the Other Guy. And of any covered calls I've had close in the money, if they were assigned, they were assigned long before now. So I'm not sure these are actually going to get called away. So I get the premium and I get to keep my shares even when it closed in the money. In fact, what do we got? AMC, we got Ford. Yeah, I'm still wondering next week, should I play the 17s? We're not too far off it for next week. It depends what happens when the market opens and what we're looking at for because when the market opens and the first couple minutes of volatility gets out of the way and they update the option chain, we don't know what these two prices will be. I would like to do the 17 capture a little bit more premium. But on the risk of assignment, if it's fairly close to 17, or even if we see a run up during pre-market on Ford, these definitely will change, and just has a potential for me to capture more premium for next Friday. Kaboom, grape soda too high, or high too. Oh. Oh, and It's a 7-Eleven joke. We don't have 7-Elevens up here. We have Quick Trips, Holidays, and Lucky Sevens. Infidel. I think somewhere around here I actually have a shirt written in, I think it's Farsi, and it actually says Infidel on it. Bucky Barnes! Let's see if he gets it all in there. Let's see if he gets it all in there if anyone interrupts it. Bucky Barnes in the house. How's it going, Simon? Oh, Crypto Art here. I don't know if you noticed, but pretty much everyone in here gets a blue wrench. That's I had Kaboom on the Atari 2600. Yeah, didn't you see his pic? So the running joke is I was binge watching Game of Thrones, and there's a running joke that Simon and I were looking like Game of Thrones characters. Yeah, I got the long hair and the beard. Well, one of my favorite characters from Game of Thrones was Jaqen, who he was the main guy, the guy from the Faceless, you know, the assassin group. So I took a picture of Jaqen and Simon and put them side by side and made a meme out of it. You know, when you binge watch Game of Thrones and everyone starts looking like characters. Well, Simon just cut his hair, and it's funny because he cut his hair and he's looking like Sebastian Stan. So I'd done from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. When he posted that picture, I went on there and put a gif of Sebastian Stan saying. I'm Bucky when he's introducing himself to Sam's sister. So yeah, it was kind of a running gag, and it'd be funny being Clay's live stream and Simon pops in and be like, Bucky? And Simon would be like, who the hell is Bucky? You know, from Captain America and the Winter Soldier. You need pics, you missed it. Oh. Yeah, of course, I spelt Thrones wrong when I did the meme, so... Yeah, it's pretty much, crypto, everyone in here, this is a fairly chill group. That there aren't a lot of people in here, but most people in here are regulars from Claybro Stream. Everyone in here, is respectful, and it's known that, if you have problems with people being disrespectful, let somebody know. Certainly you can hit me up on Twitter, send me a message on Twitter, let me know if anyone's being disrespectful in chat, and it'll get squashed. That is my biggest pet peeve. If you notice, on Clayrose, I have a thing that I kick out there. Smash the like button, don't spam the chat, and keep all comments respectful. If somebody comes in here and they're not respectful, their name won't be blue and they'll be thrown to the wolves, because almost pretty much the entire chat is mods. So if anyone's disrespectful and all of a sudden they don't have the shield of a wrench, everyone can just have a field day. Crypto Rocketeer is weird, your name without a wrench. Pika Power, it's the same thing. Like when I go on to if I go onto TMI or onto MacCore, I go on to anyone else's, and I've got streamers that I go on outside of the stock market, like Potato McWhiskey. He's a gamer, does a lot of turn-based strategy games. Well, I'll pop in there and type something in chat during a live stream, like, why is my name not blue? And then I realize, oh, I'm not, I'm not in the regular community right now, so it kind of throws me off with my own name when I see it not in blue. Oh, I think I might keep my shares. That will be so great. I've never had that happen before. I've never had covered calls that I've sold go in the money and not get called away. So that is that's really interesting. I've never seen that before. I actually went through and I was doing YouTube searches, or not YouTube searches, but Google searches. And shares not called away, covered call after expiration. Shares not called away in the money, covered calls. Options assignment after hours. What time are covered calls? I was going through. I was searching. I'm trying to find because it's so odd to me because it's never happened before. So I'm like, what exactly, I was trying to find out, I'm in the money, but I'm going to get to keep my shares. So yeah, it kind of floored me there, and I'm waiting. I keep refreshing, like, are these shares going to go in and I'm going to get paid for them eventually, or am I just do I get to keep everything? Well, Paul's check is in the mail. I'll work for free until you hit it big, YouTube style. YouTube styles are rich and famous, yeah. I'm old, never noticed how easy it is to harass people in the chat. Not cool. Yeah, that's respect is my biggest thing. That is and people harassing other people, that on this channel, that will not fly. Yeah, no, I already saw that. What do we have going on? Forward. Okay, a little bit of differential in the prices. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Was Wrestler banned from the... No, I have not seen Wrestler in a while. There are... Over on Claybro Stream, there are things that I will not... that will pop up and needs approval that I will not approve. The thing is, and he hasn't been in here for a while, and I'm kind of missing... it used to be that, it wasn't an official live stream until Wrestler popped in and dropped the eggplant. That was the usual thing, that he'd pop in and drop the eggplant. Like, oh, now we're official for the day. Okay. All right, let's see if I can find this. Hey, Kalani, welcome to the live stream, man. We are just chilling out, having a good old time. We've been giving people some edumacation. You know what, Kalani? Hanging out on your live stream when you're gaming over on Twitch, that was so fun, dude. I had a blast. And I'm not sure if that was your friend or another gamer. There's a second guy in there, and we were having a good old time. And I like being able to hit the button and make you drink water. CJ isn't here, are they? No, I haven't. I saw CJ asking. I see 8 only counts 7. Somebody's a ghost. Tell me I don't scare easily. But yeah, I saw CJ asking if there were any options people in Claybros. I was in the middle of work stuff, wasn't able to type, and by the time I got ready to type, I don't think they were around anymore. Oh, there we go. Paul, did you just see that? Paul, I don't know if that's you or your wife that just saw that. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, Paul, I sent that picture to Messenger for you. Just thought you should know. Troll in the dungeon. Thought you should know. I love Harry Potter movies. Such a fun and whimsical universe. Really, up until Cedric Diggory got killed in Goblet of Fire. Yeah, Zequist. Yeah, Zequist. I was having fun hanging out, talking with him and everything. Yeah, you know, your engagement was good. You know, for having a game with a lot of action going on. You at least saw the chat, and there were times where I know you got killed every once in a while looking over because the chat would go off your main screen and you were checking your secondary screen. So I know you would miss some of the chats and everything, and I know you got killed occasionally, but I like being able to hit the button and make you drink water on demand. It's like hydrate. Well, yeah, I saw one of CJ's comments got taken out. That's why I thought he wasn't there anymore because I saw one of his comments get removed, and then all of a sudden he wasn't commenting anymore. So yeah, I don't know if he just got removed or what, but like I said, by the time I went to go look, he wasn't in there anymore. I thought it was very disrespectful what he did, and he called me a she-male. Yeah, that's not cool. That's I did. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, all I saw was that message was deleted. I didn't actually get to see the message. I could go through. If another mod deletes a message or removes something, I can go in. You can go in and look at them. Look at the message that was removed as a mod, but it takes you out of the chat. So I don't like leaving the chat. Yeah, if he came through, if he popped in here just out of the blue, and as far as I know, not a regular on Claybro's channel. Every name in here that I see right now, I recognize because you're active in Claybro's channel, and you never had problems with anyone in this chat over on Clay's chat. So, but for someone that has never that isn't known, yeah, if they came in, they wouldn't be getting a blue name right off the bat. Oh, Doge. Hey, we're gonna jump over on the crypto. Hey, here's a question. How many people we got? We got a lot of crypto people in the house. Crypto in the 30. Doge waking up a bit. On the 5. Let's tighten that up just a bit. Doge waking up there. Alright, let's see what's going on. They always change the picture. He said that, about ready to pop off, but I won't go into someone else's stream. Yeah, it's confusing because sometimes Clay will say Clowny and Kalani, and I'm like, because I'm used to hearing Clowney's name and then Kalani, and then it sounds like he mixes the two names. Khalil mix them up sometimes. Yeah, I was scrolling down to the bottom. I was scrolling down to the bottom and I see Dogecoin creeping up on 12 cents here. So what do we got here? Yeah, my Doge is Doge. All right, what are we on? We're approaching. All right, there's a nice 12-hour look. 12 hours of crypto. So we'll look at that. Shib is not seeing the gains that Doge is. Link looks like Shib. Uniswap's a little different. In the recent Ethereum's got that bull. No, it's got more of a slope going up. Bull on Link. Not as big of a bull on Ethereum. It looks like Link might be doing a little bit better right now. Overall gains though, Ethereum looks to be a little bit higher. Litecoin looked like they were trying for a slope, but kind of broke really steep, and it's rolling off the top there. Bitcoin, God, Bitcoin run. Okay, so it did peak over 42,000 today. Nice. Crypto's starting to wake up a bit. Yeah, we can Rev B. Wait. Yeah, Rev B. Wait, is this... Am I on the right thing here, crypto? Or is RevB a cryptocurrency? Because this looks like a regular stock right here. Crypto, if you can let me know that we're on the that I'm on the correct item here. If this is Kalani, I do a little bit of day trading. It is really specific, and I've got to have good indicators. The thing is, I work a regular. Okay, crypto. Is this the correct position here that I'm looking at? The thing is, Kalani, I do. The only time I would have available to actively day trade would be during the lunch break where I do the live stream, because I work a regular 8 to 5. I'm working quite busily sometimes during the regular market hours. So for day trading, you really got to be able to watch the charts and like look for those look for the hammer candles for trend reverse. You've got to be able to watch and really be able to keep an eye on the technical analysis, and it's just I'm not able to when I'm at work, so my day trading is really limited. I do more 48-hour swing trades. Like I might buy at the close in anticipation of a gap down the following day and get out of it first thing in the morning, or ride it for one day. Am I alright? AMC. Rev B on the NASDAQ. Okay, yes, I'm assuming this is what you're... I'm assuming this is what you were looking at, crypto? Well, what you're looking at here, what you're looking at here, at end of the day, that last candle, what was that, 100 and over 162,000 volume. What was, I'm gonna pop over real quick. I'm gonna do the easy way on the daily. Wow. On the daily, it traded 2.5 million, opened at $1.60, ran up $1.79, dropped down to a 12-cent loss throughout the day. It closed, what, 1 cent under what it opened? YouTube work too much and you get YouTube gig crazy money there, I heard. Not financial. Yeah, I do work a lot. Quickest wallet to do anything. I'm getting close to figuring it out. Just have to show the booty on social media. You'll become a millionaire overnight. Rev B went down when it was mentioned. But looking, so yeah, you can say it went down, but you got to figure, okay, so this stock is under $2. So, your percentages, it can be kind of skewed when you think about just that it's not a high value, not a high dollar value stock. But on this 1 minute represented here, it dropped 5% in 1 minute. Now, I'm not sure, how this reads right now. Let me use my other tool. Revelation Bioscience. Clinical stage life science company, development of immunological based therapies for prevention and treatment of disease. Average volume 5 million. They're credited with 3 million volume today. Let me look through here. 52-week high, right around 1130. Investment services. Yeah, Kalani, this, I'm not monetized, so you can't super chat on here. Yeah, need 1,000 subs and 4,000 watched hours of content. Of course, anyone who wanted to support the channel, you could go on Cash App. It's Frank CFV on there. I have tipping turned on through my Twitter account, just kind of as a workaround because Twitter doesn't allow you to get monetized until you meet the requirements, and I think that sucks. And if people choose to help out an aspiring YouTuber, there shouldn't be rules against friends helping each other out, for lack of better terms. Blue Water Vaccines, chick on Instagram tried to convince me to sell some of my AMC buy into this. Set up buy order at 65. It was halted and skipped. BWV. All right, we can look at that. Blue Water Vaccines. I don't like companies that do. I tend to avoid a lot of biopharmaceuticals. The only thing really in the medical field that I have is Bristol Myers Squibb. That's like the one play, other than like Medical Property Trust, but that's actually a REIT play. So on the daily, no. Yeah. Or, looking at the action, the past 48 hours, no. No for me. Yeah, Claybro was in here earlier, Kalani. You missed it. So let's go out on the daily. Oh my god. Uh, so they've been around 5 weeks. And they've gone from almost $91 to just below $23. So yeah, I'm gonna do on the weekly chart here. I'm gonna do some super hardcore technical analysis for you, just for you, Bucky, because I'm with you to the end of the line. So let's go in, draw a line from there. And we're gonna draw a line from there. You'll see where I'm going with this. Don't I hope you'll see where I'm going with this. So just off the weekly, let's drop it down to the daily. Oh. We can tighten that up just a bit. Move you to there. The rest of that still looks pretty good. You need to actually move down. Yeah, I mean, that is just rapid technical analysis there. Give you the best look. And then when I saw it was only around for 5 weeks, it's like that is a major red flag. Somebody, I'm wondering how much they lost, and they're trying to get people to join them in their loss. Granted, it could turn around and rip, next week. But looking at it right now, there's so many red flags on that, in my opinion. I only bought 10 shares, tried to get rid of them, but couldn't sell until it hit 38 because of the halts. Kept from there, tanking straight down to 23. Yeah, that's, like I said, major red flags. I don't like, a lot of stuff I get. I like to get established companies. I don't like, I don't do IPOs because if you do an IPO, you're locked in for 30 days. A lot can happen in 30 days. A lot of people will pump and dump. We've seen so many IPOs get pump and dumped. It is ridiculous. So I don't do IPOs. I avoid SPACs because their value is masked by the pre-acquisition share prices. So I avoid SPACs. So SPACs and IPOs are both red lights, huge red signs in my opinion. I like companies that are established. And a lot of times I go through and I'll check the financials on a company before I get involved. If they're running a lot of debt, if they're running, if they're offering a great dividend, but I look at their share price over the past, 12 to 36 months, and I look at their share prices and they're steadily falling, but their dividend doesn't change or their dividend increases, that means they're trying to pull people on board by offering a high dividend when they can't maintain their share price. That's the same thing as a company that is in debt and they're paying more in interest on their debt than they are earning in revenue. I mean, those are major red flags for me. It's almost 8. Where are the stocks at? How much money are they? Bucky, aka Elon's nephew, yeah. Yeah, Fun had halts, had downward halts. Chick sent me a screenshot. She bought 3,300 shares, $200,000 investment, 65 tanked. A screenshot. Yeah, that's Hey, Crypto, have a good weekend, man. Thanks for stopping in here. Thanks for spending a little bit of your evening hanging out with us. I got a little more Shib buying to hit my personal limit. I'd like to spend my portfolio into stocks. I just don't know where to start. In my mind, I want to consider promising up and comers. Well, yeah, Kalani, that's one way to do it. Look for established stocks. but you have to decide, what type of investments you're looking for. I do a lot in, of course you look at the channel. I do a lot when it comes to options, but I'm not a one-trick pony. I've got long-term dividend investments. I have part of my portfolio built strictly for monthly dividends. I use, on Robinhood, I use the DRIP, which is a dividend reinvestment program. So I'm all about pulling actual money in every week. Not really too much into growth stocks, meaning you put money into a stock and your value comes from the share price rising. I rather have dividends coming in monthly or positions that I can play options on to make money on that side. So a little bit more of active trading rather than invest passively, wait for share price to go up. That's kind of how I roll. Ooh, somebody's moving. Who is moving after hours? PROG picked up just a bit. A little bit of upward movement on Ford. AMC, yeah. The three keys are seeing a little bit of upward movement in after hours. It's already tomorrow in Sweden. Actually, no, not quite tomorrow in Sweden yet. I don't think. Oh yeah, it would be. In fact, UK is coming up on coming up. It should be right after midnight in the UK, I think. I mentioned before, but I got my eyes on utility kind of stocks, specifically Nextra Air Energy. Zimbabwe, same time zone, I think. Oh, okay, Nextra. Wait, Kalani, did I look at this one before for you? Why does this one seem familiar? PRN. I don't know why it has a hyphenated name. Oh, Next Air. I think you might have asked about this when I was watching you fly helicopters. Am I spelling this right? Oh, it's not an actual company name. Okay. Let's click on that again. Yeah, seeing a little bit of action out there. Not too much though. Somebody else must be moving. Oh, okay. Realty Income, seeing a little bit of upward action. What do we got here? MFA Financial, their mortgage company's a little bit up. And killing it while flying the attack helicopter. Yeah, I think it's just funny that one time you got killed, I saw them coming up the ladder and I was going to type in left, but you were dead before I even got to hit send. I'm like, yeah, chat was not saving you on that one. Yeah, utility, Kalani, utility stocks, energy sector, those can hold up better, and it adds. Thought you were in Iceland. Yeah, because I've got some different stocks in energy sector. Got a little bit. I've got one utility play that I'm in. Global Water Resources. It's an Arizona based. It's a water company in Arizona. Come on, what is more of a sure thing than a water company in Arizona? You got some serious real life knowledge that do well in the game too. Yeah, that's yeah. Oh, you're talking about when I was talking about like the berm drills with the tank where you go turret defilade. You know, you're in low ground. You pull up, pop your turret above, fire, and back down for reload. That is actually how Humvees with tow missiles. They're called RATs. They're recon anti tank. That's how they operate. Yeah, the sniping experience. Yeah, man, being a Cav Scout, I learned the small unit tactics. The stuff I learned putting it in a video game. That's why I hate stuff like Call of Duty, where everything's all run and gun now, because there's no tactics involved at all. Yeah, I've actually got the video. Is when I first started playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, and for the most part, I was running out with an assault rifle, and I finally found a 308 sniper rifle in the game. I'm like, okay, now let's see how realistic this game is. And yeah, I can't play COD anymore. I started playing. I got back into COD because I think it was around Black Ops 3. The zombies got really fun, and I hated zombies for the longest time. And now even zombies suck. It's like, what is going on at Activision? It's their games just turned into total trash. I wish I could find a way to pull my um pull my Ghost Recon Wildlands because I did record my first decent sniper kill on there and uploaded it to my Facebook, and it's if I can figure out how to get that off of there. Well, I've got that on there, and I've got me playing Aerials by System of a Down on bass. Frank, I'm gonna make you a mod on my stream now. Also, EA Dice isn't doing any better. Yeah, that's Pika plays. I would have never guessed that somebody named Pika would play anything from Nintendo. I mean, it just boggles my mind. Ooh, CSX Railroad taking a huge hit in aftermarket. Uh, Not like in Monopoly right now. CSX. Oh, it's not showing right now on here. What is it currently at? 36 even. Yeah, CSX is down 31 cents in aftermarket. That part of my brain shriveled up playing video games a long time ago. Sarge's Heroes the best game. Green Army versus Tan. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, the Army. So, oh, so Kalani, there is one thing that I absolutely love. I don't know if any other shooters do it, but it is the greatest game mode the universe has ever known, and it's called Prop Hunt. Prop Hunt is my favorite thing to do in the entire world on a shooter game. To see a whole bunch of people running around shooting at a fire extinguisher, hopping across the map, it is. I play video games to relax. What is more relaxing than Prop Hunt? I mean, seriously. Yeah, Prop Hunt is life. No, Paul, I would have to agree with you or disagree with you. Donkey Kong is not the best game ever. The best game ever is BattleTech, and you go through and get all the mods and download Rogue Tech for it, mod it out to Rogue Tech. Rogue Tech, or even the core BattleTech with the 3 expansions. It is, in my opinion, the greatest game ever. It has so much replay value. It is ridiculous. So yeah, BattleTech is the greatest game ever in my opinion. And if you get the mods and everything through Nexus Mods, even if you don't do the full Rogue Tech, the 3062 it is it is so wonderful. Halo is making a Hulu mix. Now here's the thing: I like the concept behind games like Pokemon Go. I just have yet to. I would like it if they took Pokemon Go and, I don't know, mixed it with either BattleTech or Warhammer 40K. Because Warhammer 40K is absolutely awesome as well. So yeah, if they had a Pokemon Go where you could go around and play games like that as well. All of a sudden, I don't know if there are any BattleTech people in here. BattleTech, it's giant robots. 20-ton robots, 100-ton robots, and you go around and blow stuff up. And that's pretty much it, but you can, like, super customize them. I've still got my 100 shares of Ford. We're getting kind of late, and it's looking like my shares aren't going anywhere. Legends of Asus was great. Yeah, Pika Power's channel's awesome. I think it was cool hanging out there and just listening to music, chilling, chatting with people. You make music, or you used to play Pokemon on my old Game Boys, Red, Blue, Gold, Silver, Emerald, Ruby, lost my Game Boy. Yeah, I've still got Pokemon Go on my phone. I just don't actually play it anymore. Always tomorrow, just like the MOAS. Well, yeah, MOAS is tomorrow. It's funny though, when Clay was reading, when I updated on where I was on the options, and when he's like, that I played the 16s today that expired worthless by 11 cents. That was kind of closer at the end. And then I'm already playing $17 covered calls on AMC for next Friday. He's like, living dangerously. Well, yeah. So I'm hoping for 1701 on Friday, and if my shares get called away, that just means that second wheel on Ford opens. Hug the cold side of the pillow. Take care of your loved ones. Oh, is Shredder heading out? Hey Shredder, thanks for stopping by, man. Hope you have a good evening. Have a good weekend. Have a safe weekend. Not sure how late we're gonna go. It's still at some point tonight. Have to get dinner and start my evening stuff. See, I think I played one of the first Pokemon. Wasn't it three Pokemon originally? Like Yellow, Red, and Blue were like the first ones. I think I might have played one of them for on one person's, but it didn't have my own. I think I got a Game Boy dual screen somewhere around here, or three D dual screen. I've got one of them. I just haven't. I got like Fire Emblem, Advanced Wars, some of the Final Fantasies. But I don't think I ever got Pokemon games. Don't you have to like get all three versions to be able to capture every Pokemon in the game? That was the weird thing, or you could like trade with your friends, or I don't remember how they worked. I have not played. I played a little bit of Ocarina of Time back on the Nintendo 64. Uh, Other than that, the Super Nintendo Zelda and the two Zeldas on the regular Nintendo. Those are the ones that I played. Those are the only four Zeldas that I've played. Never played. Stopped playing Pokemon a long time ago. App Store. No, Paul. Switch is. It's a handheld gaming console. But I think it links up to your TV. It's a Nintendo product. It's an actual video game system. That's what the Switch is. No, Pika. I think Paul thought that you were going to be live on a channel called Switch. Like their Twitches out there and everything. Yeah, Kalani. For me, it would have been the original releases of Final Fantasy 4 and 6. On Super Nintendo, it would have been Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Those were my favorite. Uh, Never had a PSP. But yeah, Final Fantasy 2 and 3 for the Super Nintendo, those are my favorite Final Fantasies of all time. I'm not I tried playing, I think it was Final Fantasy 15, and it seemed like you couldn't switch characters. You had the same four boy band characters. I couldn't get into it. Never played the Final Fantasy Online. I think I played 8. I played 7, 8, and 9. Played on Final Fantasy on PlayStation. Yeah, that was Final Fantasy 7. I got the remake of Final Fantasy 7. Was really liking it a lot. Once I got the town unlocked and I could start doing the bounties, I actually never left the town to progress the storyline. I just kept doing bounties all the time. I have trouble getting into games though. It's a game really has to capture my attention. Like I rolled back, started playing XCOM 2 again, which is a turn. I like a lot of turn-based strategies because the more units, the more things I can do, the better. I might try Final Fantasy Tactics sometimes. I heard that it wasn't well received originally, but I know a lot of people like that game now because it kind of set the standard for where tactical games went. I think I might have played a little bit of. I think Final Fantasy X had like two parts to it, and I can't remember if I played 11 or 12. I mean, there were so many Final Fantasy games; it's hard to keep track of what's what. why is it? Oh yeah, I was like, why is it not updating? I wonder. I want to have a look at something here. I heard people talking about this one. CEI. Morrowind was cool. I absolutely destroyed Oblivion. Oblivion was awesome. I started playing Skyrim on my I think it was on PS3. And right at the beginning, where you put your head on the chopping block and they go to cut your head off, the game froze. And I got it as part of a buy two get one free from like Target. So it froze, so I took it out and threw in one of the other games I had gotten, and the other game worked with no problem. And so I never really went back to play Skyrim again. I threw it in, years and years later, but it had already broken me from Skyrim. Just the fact that I go through, create my character, and 5 minutes into the game it freezes and crashes my system. I was so upset. I was like, nah, that ain't happening. Yeah, I'd maybe go and see if I could find an emulator for my computer, and get the Pokemon on there, and just kind of check it out there for free, because I get Super Nintendo emulators for all the old consoles, and just download and play games on there. Download them for free. So yeah, I might check it out on there. The Nightingale missions were really well done. Is that still talking about Pokemon? I'd actually debated live streaming video gaming. It's just I got to find a game that I would enjoy and not care how bad I am in front of everyone in the world, which is kind of funny because Kalani, he streams video games also. Okay, so Nightingale was from Skyrim. Okay. Do what, the streaming of video games? Well, you guys were playing games and I was watching the Weather Channel. Yeah, Kalani streams on Twitch. He's got a Twitch channel, and he was I popped in. He was playing Battlefield 2042. I don't know. I might do some streaming if I want to see how F120 2022 is when that comes out. I might do the F1 game. Oh, Kalani, sorry to hear that, man. Used to stream a lot, but dropped off back in August. Get that account set up, Gur. Oh, what are we? Y'all want to know what I'm really excited for right now? The snow and ice is melting, And maybe this weekend I might go out to the garage, throw the battery in my bike, and crank her up for the first time this year. I can be sort of a potty mouth, yeah. Oh God, Paul, if it was 68 degrees here today, I would literally be out on my motorcycle right now. I would not be currently streaming with y'all because I'm waiting to get that first ride of the year in. Granted, it's not too bad. Right now it's 41 here. Dude, I want a bike so bad. Come on, Shib. Yeah, that's a. We refer to going off for a ride as wind therapy. Uh, yeah, in fact, I think 60 degrees right now. Yeah, that's 60 degrees. That's still perfect riding weather. Oh, what do we get there? Yeah, Kalani, I am waiting for I'm waiting for AMC so I can have my bike paid off because right now I'm still paying on it, but I just can't. That's part of the whole thing. Yeah, everyone talks about when Lambo, when yacht, when this, when that. I'm looking at when can I pay off everything I owe and at that point not still work but not need to work to pay bills. Yeah, we lost God, what would it? It's been 6 years. We lost my dad 6 years ago, and I've talked about this before on here. Uh, there are certain plays I will not make. There, I can I can be totally aggressive, totally cutthroat on my trading strategy, uh, but when you know when a parent dies of lung cancer, I will not invest in a nicotine, a cigarette company. If they're in the tobacco industry, I will. That's a stock I will not touch. There are certain stocks that I will not touch on principle. And yeah, Paul, sorry to hear you losing your dad at a young age. I am grateful for all the time I had with my dad, and there's you know there's not anything you wouldn't give for more time. That's it's kind of easy to go through your day and not really let anything get you down or bother you when you're grateful for what you have and what you've had before. So because in the market, you're in the market to make money, but you get people out there that they're war profiteers. If there's a war going on in the world, they'll invest in companies that make money through doing a war. There are people that something they're something like me not wanting to invest in the tobacco industry. Well, imagine losing a family member to something, and then you go right out and start making money off the thing that killed them. That's it comes down to, yeah, you can be a good trader and make a lot of money, but are you being a good person at the same time? And I think I've said that on I can't remember if I posted that like online or during a live stream. I think it might have been in response to someone in the community posting something on Twitter, and I put on there that I wake up every day and make the choice to be a good person. Yeah, Paul. Time waits for nobody. So yeah, and this is the thing that gets me. And we've all heard it. I guarantee you, every single one of us have heard it in reference to the stock market. You'll hear people talking about, yeah, I bought some YOLO calls, and people who throw the term YOLO around, and I get the sentiment behind it. But in reality, people say, oh, you only live once. No, you only die once. You live every day. So Kalani, get that money. You get that money, and if you want to get a bike, man, get that bike and enjoy every ride you go on. Go enjoy every single cruise. Live your life to the fullest. If you want to go travel, go see a site, go do something spectacular, go do it. Do it while you can, because you live every day. Yeah, so it was here on the street. Yeah, we talked about this like a week ago. The, See, Kalani, this is the type of community, and this is a community that I want to have. Yeah, it's Oh, wait a minute! I got a notification. Oh no, Doge is up. Okay, Doge hit 12 cents. YouTube, or not YouTube, but the hood gave me a notification like, oh wait, did I just get paid for those Ford shares getting sold from my option? They tricked me. Why am I? They turn on notifications for crypto. I'm glad I only have one crypto on here, because with the fluctuation we've been having in the crypto market, it'd be blowing up all hours of the night. But yeah, it did hit. Doge did hit 12 cent, and it's still moving upward. That's some serious words, Frank, about the YOLO. Yeah, that's the truth. People who say, you only live once. It's like, well, okay, well, what's that one moment you're going to live for then? So all the other moments don't matter? I could go get a bike, but I'm on strict with the funds. Hey, yeah, Kalani, take care of what you have to take care of. I'm saying, after this is all said and done and we're all bankrolling, Go get your bike then. That's oop, what do we got here? Oh, Fextra Life going live on Elden Ring. I didn't like Elden Ring. One of my friends got it. I tried it out, refunded within an hour. He's like, "Nah, dude, it's really fun once you get into it." I'm like, "Okay, well, if you're gonna, if he wants to get the game for me, I'll play it." But I already got a refund on it once. I believe in all of you, and I'll try to give you the push you might need to get to the next level. Micron. Oh, no. Lies. Those are all lies. Yeah, this community will definitely is out to support each other, and not just as it pertains to the market, but as people, because everybody in this stream is a person, and everybody seems to be a good person at that. So I mean, so yeah, I'll help you. I'll work to help you elevate your option game, but I'll also say stuff that hits you right in the feels, Kalani, and hit you with that hit you deep in that heart muscle. Most people say you can't. I say watch me. I thought the actual line was hold my beer. Okay, that's fully charged. Switch. Not Nintendo Switch, but power plug switch. Paul, I don't drink much. Yeah. God, it's been. I'm fairly certain it's been over 2 years since I've had an alcoholic beverage. I might, maybe like I mentioned before, like maybe during like one of the 3rd or 4th of July parades up here, I might have had a beer or twisted iced tea or something like that. But I don't feel the need. Oh my god, do y'all realize we've been doing this for almost 2.5 hours now? That's crazy. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I still have to get dinner and start my evening. It's been a long week. Yesterday, as y'all may remember, was an exceptionally long day, even being a half day for me. And I'm so I'm mostly caught up on sleep right now. But yeah, I'm gonna get dinner, and so I think stock down next week. What, the market? But yeah, until next time, Pika and everyone else. Granted, I might pop in if I see someone else online tonight. I might pop in, and hang out on their channel a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. We're gonna wrap this up. Really, really good week in the market. Let me actually. I want to see how this week went. So yeah, for this week, it was a very good week in the market. I came in just over 10% up on the week overall for the entire portfolio. Instant moderator for me. Hey, I appreciate Kalani. We'll keep things nice and calm and chill over there for you. But thank everyone who came in, spent a little bit of time this evening. Of course, Pika, Kalani, and Paul. Y'all hanging out, and just having a good old time. And not everything on here is about the market. It's about being human and just hanging out and chilling with each other. We also had Shredder. We had Bucky Barnes, also known as 1111 Mr. Simon, in the chat. Crypto Racketeer hung out with us a bit this evening. I think I think was Cassie. I think Cassie might have been in here earlier. But thank you to everyone who spent a little bit of time. It's Friday. The market's closed. Nothing going on till Monday. But for everyone just to hang out here and chill out in the evening, relax, look and see what all happened. Thank you to Clay for actually not only coming to the live stream, which you have done before, but for actually popping in and saying hey to everyone. But thank you for coming by, spending a bit of time in your evening. I hope everyone has a good weekend and has a safe weekend. And we'll do this all again next week, and hopefully next week we all make more money. Maybe we'll get lucky and have a MOAS kickoff next week. You never know. Paul says everyone eat at Rotten Ronnie's. I don't know what that McDonald's is. I think he's referring to Rotten Ronnie's. But everyone have a good, safe weekend. We'll do this again next week, and from me to you, good health and good trades.